I just Hello, everyone. Welcome to Style Esports Season 9 playoffs. We are in the U1600 upper bracket semifinals. My name is Shinkari. I'm joined by Proxio, and tonight we have two teams ready to duke it out. ERAU Gold Wings is up against Madison Esports Cottage Cheese, a significantly easier cheese to say than some of the other teams from Madison, but you know what? They're still here to play, and we're still here to bring you an amazing match. We took a week off for holidays, but now we're back and ready for action. Proxio, are you ready to go?
Yeah, and it feels great to be back. Oh, I love your energy, Shinkari. Just
Mm.
getting me right into the mood of like Style Esports Season 9, dude. Upper
Let's go.
brackets. Let's see what
Yeah.
these two teams have to really bring to us. So I'm really
Mm.
curious to see what this draft is going to look like, and any new developments that are going to be happening. And this patch has been out for a couple of weeks now, so everybody's getting really adjusted to all the new changes. The new Drakes, the new items. People are finding out the lethal tempo is like kind of that thing that should be utilizing that if you really want to get a win here. So I'm hopefully we'll see some lethal tempo utilizers. Even First Strike is getting some shine on assassins, and Crown of the Shattered Queen, that's a really powerful item on Cassian. But we'll have to see what these players are going to bring to us. And I'm really looking at ERU Goldwings to see what they could do as a team here. They're a little bit higher up in the bracket, so let's see what they can draft and play here. But we have the Camille, Darius band, and a Vi band. Yes, Vi is very strong in this patch right now, so it's nice to see respect to the the protagonist of Arcane, one of the protagonists of Arcane. And we're seeing this Draven band here as the last band, and let's just see what these both teams have to bring to us.
Yeah, and you did mention earlier that these new lethal tempo buffs are looking really, really good, and for the most part, it's crazy because it's like most folks are just saying like, yeah, it's just very good on melee champions. Like melee champions seem to be the best recipient for this lethal tempo. I've seen lethal tempo Shin Zhao pop up and be like, oh, getting that extra range for that third talent strike is like really, really good. And plus it makes sure that you can heal off of your passive a lot better. And Vi is a very similar way, but one I do think is actually very good, and I will die on this hill. Ashe is back.
Yes,
Ashe is back.
You're right.
Pick up that Ashe.
Yeah, she's the frozen archer, and she can, once she starts to like lay it onto you, she can keep laying it onto you even more so. And I haven't seen a lot of it yet. I haven't played as much on this patch, so that's why I'm so interested to see what the draft is going to look like. And we already see the Zyra first pick, and potentially even Glacial Augment, it's up for grabs. And it's probably not a bad rune on Zyra. I think she has good setup for it. Zyra is a very strong champion that not a lot of people utilize. Well, more than likely we'll be seeing Zyra going to the support role. But she's a very strong champion. Her grasping roots on her E is, and you love to see a Kate Morgana. That is a classic bot lane.
Yeah.
You love to always see the Kate Morgana. It's very good into Zyra. You have a black shield. You deny Zyra's all magic damage. Deny all of it. So Kate Morgana, classic bot lane, always a strong first early pick. So if you're ever like drafting early, Kate Morgana is like so solid, and you always gonna rely on that. The higher range and the ability for like CC, light CC is like really strong. But we see a Twitch here, which is that you rarely see Twitches, but Twitches are very powerful. You don't have to interact actually with the Morgana Caitlyn. If you can, you can initially try to get your lane ahead and survive the laning phase, because that's going to be still a really difficult like laning phase. But like there's going to come a time where Twitch is just going to be like, all right, I'm gonna go hide and go over to mid, top, who knows, and just start dominating, maybe even the jungle, and get some plays. And with the Rengar too, they got some stealth on their team, so hopefully we'll see if Red Side can pick against his double stealth the assassins.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think the Twitch here is definitely interesting. Does work pretty well with the lethal tempo, right? Meaning that you can stay on your targets pretty well and make sure that you can get those full
Ooh,
5 stacks of that poison as well. The one thing that I really like actually is might actually be Hail of Blades.
yes.
And this is more of like a personal thing for me with regards to Twitch, because I do really like being able to make sure that I get those really 3 quick auto attacks on the Twitch in order to make sure that I'm dealing that damage pretty early on. Rek'Sai and Rengar are going to
Yeah.
be our junglers this time round. I think these are 2 pretty good pickups. Rek'Sai, a very solid jungler across the board. Um,
I have to comment on the
yeah,
Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai
yeah.
is a wonderful pick into Rengar and Twitch. It's one of the champions. I would think along like Warwick or Rek'Sai, they're great champions at countering stealth. If Twitch or Rengar are having to be stealth, Rek'Sai just goes in the tunnel. And since the wonderful thing about playing in a team setting is that you can communicate that, oh my god, that guy's right there. Don't go near.
Yeah.
Um, so Rek'Sai is a great counter pick into any champion that is going stealth. Another option
Hmm.
I would have considered is Warwick, but I'm not sure if the jungler for uh, Haro, I believe, plays Warwick. But
Yep.
a great pick nonetheless, and you love to see it. Another arcane, um, somewhat protagonist,
Yeah.
a
I
side
mean,
character. He's cool, man. Everybody loves Echo.
yeah, I
Um,
mean, there's a whole lot of Zon and Piltover characters so far. We've got at least 3 in this game. We might need to uptick the number just a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it's we've definitely seen the arcane love come out here. I think a lot of folks were predicting that the mouse or the rat that was
yeah, the
in like
rat
episode
was
number 1 that gets injected
Mr.
with the
Tails.
shimmer becomes
Yeah.
Twitch. Yeah.
Awesome, and we even see the counter pick of if you're going with the time mage, I'm going with the time assassin, I'm going with the time mage. So
Yeah.
we have the Zillion here, and it's interesting to see Zillion rare, very rare, and a Trinity hover here. We'll have to see what they lock in, but Zillion, a very good champion, a good and he's an enchanter mage mid lane. He can buff up this Twitch, buff up this Ringard to really send them in to get into this backline onto the Kate Morgana potentially. Um,
Hmm.
it's a great way to like utilize stop getting burst from Rek'Sai, or say somebody gets like CC locked down by Kate Morgana, Rek'Sai. Zillion's like there. I'm with the Chrono Shift. You're not getting that guy, and we have the
Hmm.
Malphite last pick. So Blue Side's looking really good for their comp, and we have the Mordekaiser last pick here. A bit magic damage heavy on the red side, but they still have the Kate and the Rek'Sai to uh, balance out a little bit of that damage. Which comp are you liking a little bit more here, Shinkari?
It's kind of interesting because I think both of these are both kind of skirmishy comps. I don't think either team really wants to like full on 5-man 5v5. Like maybe it's the blue team, right? Like maybe the blue team has a lot more setup and it seems to be built around this Twitch more so than like any other point here. Like Zillion is going to be able to do some decent AoE damage, but it's really just giving space for the Twitch and giving time for the Twitch in order to really pop off, especially with that rat-a-tat-tat, the spray and pray, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
right? Like this is the Twitch comp right here, and him being invisible is going to be really really important because this is going to be a team that like okay, we need to make sure that we are positioning ourselves around Twitch, right? If you think about it like a
Yes.
misfortune comp, it's like hey, we need to watch where misfortune is. Twitch is invisible. It's going to be very hard to position yourselves around an invisible champion unless Rek'Sai is near you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this other team is looking a little bit more skirmishy. They don't really have a whole lot of 5v5 potential, any sort of like big ultimates to do some AoE, any sort of like big things here and there. Like they'll probably look to fight around objectives, but for the most part, they want to pick people off with like maybe some smaller engagements. That's at least
Yeah.
my look at it.
Yeah, that's definitely a viewpoint I can agree with on that, Shinkari. The skirmishing from red side that they can't really like. They can try to get their like small little like proactive plays.
Mhm.
If they find the Morgana binding, they find the Rek'Sai knock up onto like one target, delete that target, and then get out. Because if you have to deal with more members on the blue side, then it's gonna be way too difficult to take all of them on. But
Mhm.
the thing that you're mentioning about Twitch and the bot lane is that Kate Morgana is a very high range, they land one, they'll land the next, and then it will be a cascading effect. So Twitch really has to be on his toes to not get dominated in this laning phase. Because if he can't get off the ground, then the rest of blue side's really going to be struggling in this game.
Yeah.
Unless we see some proactive things from Rengar. Rengar is the other option, I think, the other carry factor in part of this team. And, Zillion, Zyra, and Malphite are all there to support these two invisible champions that are really going to carry them. But again, we have to mention Rek'Sai is a very good counter to these assassins. So if the Rek'Sai is played correctly, then Twitch and Rengar won't be able to get as many picks as they want to. They might be able to push the lead forward there, so it's a little bit tough for blue side to make sure they get that lead and then go all the way and dominate the game. But we'll have to see how the laning phase goes, if they can work around it. And also the magic damage. I think it's interesting to see a Malphite pick into so many magic damage champions. Malphite's a natural counter to AD champions, but we'll have to see if Malphite can still work out here.
Yeah, it's interesting because if we were not in the preseason, I'd be talking about how inefficient it is to build MR on a team. Like, sure, you have all of your damage kind of in one basket, which makes it easy to itemize. The problem was in season 11 is that MR items were just like few and far between of like which ones were actually good. Like, a lot of them were like really, really niche, but now MR is a lot easier to come by. And, it's pretty good on there are like a lot of very good items as well. The buff to no, it's not Gargoyle Stone Plate. Oh man, it's Force of Nature. Force of Nature. That's it. Yeah, Force of Nature is like insanely good, and that's going to be great on Malphite if he wants to pick that up. And there are a lot of other good items as well that even Zillion and Zyra can pick up, in the form of that of the Abyssal Mask that now is kind of back to its old, like, I'm going to reduce the MR of people around me, and it has MR and AP damage on it, right? And there's just a lot of better MR items to be picking up, so it's definitely going to be a little bit easier to itemize against this team that, like you said, has some decent AP threats on it.
And along to that, with all the new Magic Resist items coming out, there are buffs to mage items. We got a ton of different ones. We got the Crown of the Shattered Queen. We got a buff to Void Staff. It has even more magic penetration, just in case people were building too much magic resist. So all these different items that are coming out for mages as well. Oh, even a Shadow Flame. I believe that does that gives you magic penetration based on the target's current health. So there's a bunch of different items to they're trying. Riot's doing their best. They're trying to keep the game as balanced as possible. We'll have to see if one's items are better for this than the other's items, if the counters. But honestly, it's all on who gets ahead and who can get the gold leads, who can get the Drake's objectives, kills in the lanes, and we'll have to see if one team could get more than the other. So yeah.
I mean, the game is a little less snowbally now, right? We do have those objective bounties now that are going to give you a little bit extra gold every now and then to make sure that the gold in the game stays just a little bit more even. But I think, like you said, these Drakes are a really, really good way to snowball the game in your favor. And, there could be, if one team does get ahead and there's a Hex or a Chemtech Dragon, and oh, yeesh, it's going to be really, really tough to take down a team that's already ahead, that is going to, have access to now stopwatches and Guardian Angels, Zanya's Hourglass, and also like the Chemtech Drake Soul as well. Like, you're ending up having to kill these people like 3 to 4 times, especially with a Zillion on their team, in order to actually win a team fight, which, that's, if there's anything that's snowball, there it is right there. But we are going to take just a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be on the rift of game number 1 of ERAU Gold Wings versus Madison Esports Cottage Cheese. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Style Esports Season 9 Playoffs. We're in the U1600 upper bracket semifinals. My name is Shinkari. I'm joined by Proxio. We got Madison Esports Cottage Cheese on the blue side. We got ERAU Gold Wings on the red. We're ready to get this game underway. We're in the preseason. We got so much new stuff going on. We got some Predator folks going on. We got some Lethal Tempo. And we have a whole bunch of new champions that a lot of haven't been seen in the entirety of Season 11, especially recently. So we got a lot of cool things for you to bring to you this game. Proxio, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, and I'm already looking at these jungle clears, looking at where, junglers are starting. We got Rek'Sai starting in the top side, Rengar starting in the bot side. Hopefully Hyphen goes for the little blast plant. Yeah, awesome. Love to see the Rengar mechanics. And, there's some really efficient ways you can clear with Rengar, and I do like to see that he already has the sweeper. I don't know where they put they put the ward in the river. Another way you could clear even faster with Rengar is, I would like to see if he's going to go to his Krug camp after this, but he's gonna utilize the vision of his teammates to get over to the Krug camp. But there's a way you can put a ward into the Krug camp, and you just jump over that if your bot lane doesn't want to leash. Sometimes it happens like that, but in coordinated play, it's like that. But junglers are starting on opposite sides of each other. Scuttle crabs aren't as important anymore, so we're not gonna see junglers really interacting for that, and it looks like we're gonna be seeing full clears for both the sides. So. Rengar pathing to top, Rek'Sai pathing to bot, which is the lane you want to gank right now. Look at this bot lane already aggression we got going down here, and blinding wings with the early chunk out onto this Malphite, this is the lane you want to pass towards. Every little bit of chip damage you're getting onto the Zyra and this Twitch is high tier, very good for this game, and hopefully we won't see too much scaling from the side of MEC. So if MEC gets to scale in this game, it's going to be very tough. So hopefully they utilize their stronger early game to a factor. But we see a jungle invade here from Haro into the top side.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see too much. Okay, yeah, they're fighting right here. Okay, that's gonna be the first bit of damage coming down. Harrow's gonna get that full fury meter. They're gonna go. Ooh, Semch is flashing over the wall here. Harrow's gonna go over the wall, gonna get stunned up by the time bombs. They're gonna have to get away there, but flash was spent by Semch there, so that's going to be a tool down for the next time that they want to throw in that gank right there. So. Gonna scare Rek'Sai out of the jungle. Gonna give Rengar just a little bit of an easier time. But a wash up on that top half of the map.
Well, they had to utilize the Zillion Flash to get that Rek'Sai out of there. He's like, get out of my dang jungle. This is my cat's jungle. Get out of here, you land shark. Is it Smeech or is it Smetch? Like, Smeech, Smetch?
It says it's Semch, isn't it?
Semch? Alright, I'll go with your
SEMCH?
Yeah, Smetch.
I don't know how else you pronounce that. Seemch? I don't know.
It's all good.
Look, this is why we need a pronunciation guide half the time. Ooh. Okay, that's going to be rooted up. Twitch is in some trouble. Yep. Headshot, first blood for Kurtap in the bot lane.
And Blaze 219, very late with a cleanse there, was rooted for already a majority of the duration, and then finally hits cleanse, but doesn't come through. And this is exactly what Kate Morgana loves to do. They're like, I'm gonna lay the dark binding on, then I'm gonna land the Yordle snap trap, and then I'm gonna shoot you, and I'm gonna shoot you and shoot you and shoot you.
Yeah.
All the damage is coming through. I believe is Yordle snap trap. Yeah, still called Yordle snap trap. Okay. Bot lane not already looking to a not good start because and Twitch he's trying to scale. He died and now he's going for a Cole. So I don't think that's one of the better options because I believe you want to abandon this lane when you can actually get out of this lane. That's what you want to do on this Twitch. You don't want to really stay with Kate Morgana, potentially landing a binding into Yordle Snaptrap. And we have an invade from Global Warming here.
Oh, yeah, they're diving on 8 hype in here. They're taking pretty low. They're going to have to flash away here. Ignite is ticking as well, but that's going to be the big chickens taken away by Global Warming XD. And yeah, if you're trying to be a hyper farmer and go through and get all these camps right now, especially since Rek'Sai is doing the same, you're going to fall behind in XP and gold very quickly with these invades. Very good heads-up play by Global Warming XD there.
And we have to look at the EGW's like vision and
Ooh,
the way they're.
wait a
Oh,
minute.
we got the Predator
Indian
gang.
Fox in some trouble here. Blinding Wings is going to be able to do so to the last bit of damage that they need to finish off the big rock. They're going down in the top lane, 2-0 so far in these kills in this game. 5 minutes, nearly 6 minutes in.
Yeah, and the early game's already looking really good for EGW. You know, the vision, the tracking is looking awesome. Haru's going already into the jungle again to find out this Rengar, knowing the flash is down, getting more vision down, setting up pink wards, letting them know that, like, you know, I know when Rengar's gonna hit 6, so we're not even gonna let him go hit 6. So I'm just gonna keep putting the pressure on, you know, invading him on his blue, try to get him further behind, invading him on his raptors, try to get him further behind. Not letting them scale really is EGW, and I really like to see that proactive start of play. This is a good tracking from the red side on this game. So, you know, the early lead is good, but let's see if they can keep pressuring it forward. You know, it's still like 6 minutes, but you know, Iron Spikes will come in soon, but it should just be you know, a little bit of an R8 game, but once Rengar hits 6, things are gonna start, like, the action is gonna start turning up. You know, level 6 power spikes for these teams, for MEC is like, that's that's when things are gonna really start to pop off. You know, we already see Malphite with it, Zillion just got it, and I believe off of these next couple of camps, oh no, I don't believe Rengar actually gets 6 off these the red and the Krugs down here, and they're already looking for the bot play, and you know, hopefully they don't make a mistake and try to take this fight with without Rengar hitting 6. So hopefully they just concede these first early objectives, and you know, don't let anything too crazy happen just yet.
Yeah, this is definitely not a time where you're very powerful. Okay, Semch coming in here looking for the steal. Harrow's actually pretty low here. DM Looter coming in from the side here, looking for a snare, can't quite find it. The Smite is going to be the one picking him off, and DM Looter going to be snared up here. That's going to be the teleport coming in from the side. Hypen is looking for a fight right here, but Zyra's going to be taken down. Blaze 1209 is going to be the next target, and they go down too. Hypen is stuck between the entire enemy team here, dives back in, looking for an engage, looking for something to maybe turn this around, but it looks like they're just going to gift it over to Blinding Wings in the top lane.
That's exactly what I was saying not to do. Don't contest something when they have the early game advantage and you guys aren't hitting your power spikes yet. As you can see, the entirety of EGW was level 6 in those fights. Well, okay, Kamir Farah, you get the exception, but a majority of EGW was level 6 during that fight, and they all had ways to finish them off, and you know, Harrow.
Zilia in some trouble here, taking incredibly low, going to pop that ultimate as well. It doesn't look like it's getting proc just yet, but oh my gosh, the combos!
Double headshot
are so good. Blaze is looking for a little bit more, flashes away, trying to get to the other side here, fix up the shutdown onto Caitlyn here. Now Chimera Fan is taking incredibly low. That's going to be the PTA procced. They're going invisible. They're looking for this last bit of damage, throws that little concoction. No. Oh no, Dark Binding! They go golden! They're not in the dot anymore! It's a standoff! They're in the bush. Can they get away? Chimera Farah, they're walking away. I don't think Blaze can find it, and Blaze is not going to be able to find the kill this time. Yeah, throws that concoction one more time. Still can't find the dots to get there, but in from the side, when you least expect it, the ice caps are melting, and Echo's looking for the kill onto this little rat here. Can he get the back?
Is that you, Mr. Tails? Oh, no.
DM Looter, are we in some trouble? All right, we're out of there. We're out of there.
Oh, they don't find the Twitch. What a hype little matchup in the bot lane, and Hype is just running around down in the bot lane trying to get his ulti off, trying to get the Unseen Predator, the Thrill of the Hunt onto, you know, any stragglers in that last fight. But look at the counter jungling from Harrow and Binding Wings up at the top side, taking the blue buff and the Gromp away. As a jungler, you love to see this kind of denial, but as for Hyphen, oh no, this is tragic. Getting your camps taken away and not utilizing your Thrill of the Hunt to get a kill. Oh no, Rengar, what are you gonna do in this game?
Yeah, it's definitely really tough right now. You know, if you are a jungler that needs to power farm, then this is going to be really, really tough. You know, denying 2 camps, and now you have to make a play down bot because you're not going to get anything. But meanwhile, on the top lane, he's going to pull them into the... Oh, were they pulled into the Shadow Realm? I couldn't quite know there. DM Looter's in some trouble there. Going to throw down the poison there, but Kurtap is going to be able to find the kill. Double jump over to get to the backside here. Blaze is already doing so much damage. Chimera Farah, are you going down? I don't think so. They're going to live through the dot here. and I think they're gone. But yeah, Semch is gonna try to help Malphite out of there. It's a wash all across the map, though.
Yeah, unfortunately. And yeah, we did see the Mordekaiser ulti go on CD, but I don't believe he actually went into the Death Realm. I believe as Malphite went unstoppable, it countered the Mordekaiser Death Realm. So
Mm-hmm.
like, he activated it and then Malphite went unstoppable. So it like just it countered each other is the way to say it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Blaze 209 looking actually really strong in this bot lane. Getting a you know the Kate Morgana is kind of falling off a little bit in some of these fights. They're getting a lot of good damage on Blaze, and he's making these fights look a lot closer than they should. Even with the gold advantage on Kate, look at the CS, the 42 to 86. That is a reason why you do not want to stay in the Kate Morgana lane, because whenever you try to step up for farm, they're gonna poke you out and not really let you get it. And they've been getting the kills to deny this switch even more. So hopefully, Blaze, after you start to farm a little bit more, hopefully you get a little bit more assistance from the Rengar, because Rengar does want to path into bot lane, try to, because if he gets Malphite ahead, it's Malphite getting ahead. It's not much. Even though they do have the magic, he could potentially build more magic resist against them, but we see Haru looking for another gank into this bot lane, or potentially the dragon, I believe. Or no, just setting up, just shadowing in case this bot lane is gonna need some help. But another bind.
Yeah, there's some good damage down in the bot lane here, but once again, just skirmishes back and forth. It is a Chemtech dragon, which means we will be getting that cool dragon to show up, but it's not going to be the soul. But Hypen in some trouble. Harrow going to knock him into the air, taking pretty low here. They're going to have to run for their lives. Going to clear off that CC. The ultimate from Rek'Sai is not going to land. Hypen gets out of there A-OK. Looks like the blue team is just going to have to peel backwards, but this does give it a good opportunity for the red team to get a trade. Meanwhile, Semch is in some trouble. There's going to be double bombs thrown down. Going to revive. Grandpa's coming back. That's going to be
nice.
the return from Echo as well. Pulled into the Shadow Realm. Yami no Gameu. Give me those star chips. Let's go. Blinding Wings picks up the kill.
Awesome. And it's nice to see a little time battle there, Zillion just narrowly avoiding the chrono break, but had to go to chrono shift to chrono break, and lots of chrono stuff are happening in the mid lane, and Binding Wings just being like, no, I'm going to send you where you need to be sent, and getting the kill on the Zillion. And now we're seeing the Chemtech dragon go down here. Deem Looter has no HP to try to contest this, but just gonna clear out a little bit of vision. They're trying to get to that scaling point. They're about 5k gold down right now, but if the game goes on for at least another 20 minutes, they'll scale. So hopefully they can, hold on. Their turrets are getting pretty low. Turret plating is, they only have one plate in the bot lane. That means Kate, she already has her Gale Force. Look at these item completions. We have the Rylai's coming out for Blinding Wings. Eclipse is already done. Gale Force is already finished for Curry Top. This is this is the time, this is the moment when that early game domination that you've already had should start to like rack up, and you could just be like, all right, let's push down this bot turret, rotate back into mid, push down mid, secure this next Rift Herald, and just keep pushing it forward. But we do see that objective bounties will be available soon. Smeesh getting engaged on.
Yeah, Semch is going to throw down the bombs. Not going to land the stun, though, but it looks like the speed up is going to be able to get them to safety here. But they are in trouble of being turret dived here. That's going to be the Zillion ultimate popped. And now they're still looking for a little bit of damage. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Blaze is in some trouble. Going to dodge that Piltover Peacemaker. The Q is Dark Binding's not going to land, but here comes Hypen. That Chrono Shift was huge, but the bomb is even better. Hypen is not going to get the kill. It's going to be Semch. Now, Indian Frog is in some trouble here. Harrow's around the corner. Going to use that unstoppable force to get over the wall. Blast Cone is going to get them to safety, but Rek'Sai has followed them. Meanwhile, back in the bot lane, we're killing some wards. That's what the hype shit's about. Thank you so much, Direct to Camera. Woo!
Love to see it. Harrow consistently is in Hyphen's top side of the jungle. Hyphen, I don't know if they've gotten a couple of camps in their top side for quite some time. So Rengar has been a very sad kitty this game. Global warming, making a little bit too much of an aggressive play, getting a bit of a comeback for Semch and Hyphen to potentially scale. The win con for MEC is to scale. If you can just try to get to this late game and that's not really helping you scale, dying like that, awesome display from Kira Tap and Kimura Farah. They're playing an awesome bot lane down here. I must give shoutouts to that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think you said it right that like Morgana just kind of really doesn't do anything, or excuse me, Zyra can't really do anything against this Morgana here because that Dark Binding just protects against all the. Oh no!
So slick, kind of coming out with the ASU mechanics. I will say Kira Tap's playing a very good Caitlyn. I love seeing their double headshots. I believe that was like changed. So we're seeing a dive here mid.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be Zillion proccing their ultimate here. Hyphen is here, diving onto Harrow, taking them incredibly low. Can they find the last bit of damage? It doesn't look like they can. Shelly, meanwhile, is going to get that second charge. Here comes the root. Zyra ultimate's huge. Global warming knocked into the air. DM Looter picks up a big kill. Alrighty, 1 for 1, but they lose a turret in the mid lane. I think you just got to take whatever you can at this stage of the game.
Definitely, and you know, this is pushing that early game advantage even further ahead, but they're kind of overstaying their welcome and making a little bit of mistakes, and fights in bot and top here.
Yeah, we're in the Shadow Realm right now. Indian Frog has to 1v1. The Mordekaiser comes out. That's going to be the teleport coming down. Maybe a little too late. Unstoppable Force comes back in. Here comes Semch. There's not going to land the double bomb stun, but now they have to run for their life. Harrow going to knock him into the air. They're going to pop the Shirelia's battle song and get a little bit of movement speed. Maybe kite away just a little bit more. Arrow coming back in for the re-engage. Semch is in some trouble, but once again, it's just a game of cat and mouse back and forth with the old man and the land shark.
And look at what,
oh, wait, flash forward, bomb, Harrow, are you going down? Absolutely. Semch is going to be the one picking up the kill this time.
And you love to see a 2009, 2010 champion outplaying Harrow on
it's got to be 2009. I think Zillion was like OG 40. I'm fairly certain. Yeah.
He
All
is
right.
the age he is. Hyphen's getting engaged on down here in the bot lane. Not seeing a lot of decision. Whoa, this is maybe be a good engage for Hyphen, but doesn't get the root down there. But
still
pops the
looking
Predator.
for it, though. He's pop Predator. He's flashing over the wall. It doesn't have vision of him. He's still on the hunt, though. He's still looking for it.
The thrill.
Hyphen. Oh my God, this is actually huge because there's no bush right there. Hops over the wall. Global warming. In some trouble. Take him real low. The Zyra plants. Can they get it? Last bits of DOT. Blaze is going to be the one picking up the kill this time. Now they're looking for a little bit more. Indian Frog almost has that unstoppable force available. Blaze is looking around.
Oh, pops
hey, that's the Shirelia's battle song. They're looking for it. Unstoppable Force going to knock Mordekaiser into the air. They're looking for the damage. This whole lot shut down. Blaze 1209 is going to be the one picking up the kill this time. But they've lost the dragon in response. The blue team is now looking for another, maybe some stragglers around, maybe some more kills for themselves. Blaze is looking for something here. He's so close. He's picked up the bomb. Chimera Farah, you're running for your life. You're going to have to flash away. All right. They can't quite find it. This chase has gone on quite long enough, the red team says, and they're just going to back away underneath their turrets.
Oh, almost. Headshot almost finishes off Smetch there. But, you know, don't overchase too far, MAC. You got a awesome lead way back into the game through that. You know, you lose the dragon, but causing a lot of chaos, getting a global warming to go down was is very good for your team. And, you know, once your guys are grouping up together, MEC is looking very strong as a grouped unit. This is their moment to try to utilize that grouping that they have and scale better. Just whenever they can group together and just wave clear and not get pressure too hard, and that's MEC's moment to come back into this game. But if they keep losing these turrets like this, it's gonna be harder for them to get to these objectives like the Baron and the Dragon, you know, and these are very important Barons and Dragons, and getting caught off to the side.
Yeah, Blaze is in some trouble here. They're doing a good job kiting, but global warming just does so much damage. That's going to be global warming XD picking up a revenge kill for themselves. Hyphen is now looking for a little bit more. Semch is caught out. Look at the damage from Kurtap. It is just so much. They go golden. And they're going to still underneath the Yordle snap trap. They're going to be binding up as well. Kurtap picks up another kill around the red buff this time to steal that away from Rengars. Yeah, these objective bounties are still up and on the map. The blue team has to collect them some point because it seems like they're only way back into this game at this point, down 6,000 gold.
You're much stronger together than you are apart. If you're apart, you know you're gonna get caught off in the side, caught off in your red side jungle. Utilize your team fight strength rather than your solo lane. I know you want to get some farm, but you saw how the last fight was going. You know, you guys were actually super well statted with everybody coming together because if you're together, you're much stronger than you are apart. I have to reiterate that more than once because we see the Twitch getting caught out here. We see Smetch getting caught out. We see Hyphen trying to clean up, but no kills on the Rengar, just assist. When Rengar very much needs to, knock down this Caitlyn, make she's supposed to fear you, as a Rengar player, but we're seeing the thrill of the hunt coming down onto Khmer Farah.
Oh yeah, that was a whole lot of ultimate spent just to pick up a Morgana there. But now they might have found out Kurtap. There's a good root. That's gonna be the Zyra ultimate coming to ground, forced to flash, but that's gonna be Rengar picking up the kill right there. Dives on top of global warming XD right now. Tries to dive, pick up a kill for themselves, but Semch is not going down, and that's gonna be Blaze1209 picking up a kill for themselves. They got a bunch of shutdowns. They got a decent chunk of gold. They even got an objective bounty. They're still down 6,000 gold. Indian Frog counting out Harrow. Blinding Wings still along the lines here, but it looks like both teams looking to back away.
But the utilization of their team comp as a group fight unit, picking off stragglers, is where they thrive. But they're getting caught out now a little bit too, staying too far out into the map. And Blinding Wings...
Yeah, he's going to pull him into the Shadow Realm right here. This Twitch has got nowhere to go and no more rarest card or locator cards. And he's going to go down, take him into the Shadow Realm, pick up those stats for themselves. And this is a great time to pick up this Baron.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me finish this.
All right. And, yeah, after that team fight went, really, really good time to grab the Baron right now. And this is going to set them pretty far ahead. I mean, they're already great. I mean, they could possibly end the game off of this with how much gold that they have in the lead right now. They could even reset and pick up the Drake as well. Infernal Drake is a great, great way to end the game for sure.
Definitely. And, I did like the way MEC played that last fight, getting those catches out. But they overstayed their welcome, as sometimes you do. But global warming just showing that gold lead right into Smeech's face, not even able to press the chrono shift, not able to get anything done really in this game. So a lot of pickouts, and they're just gonna set up for this dragon, and last desperation fight for MEC. So we'll see if sometimes desperation fights can work out very well. Enemy teams don't expect much, but if you can get the right flank, the right angle, then last fight could potentially win you the game, and we'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah, they have popped the Rengar ultimate. Zyra as well. Unstoppable Force comes across. They have stolen the dragon here, but one by one they're falling. And now DM Looter's in some trouble here. Blinding Wings is going to be the one picking up the kill. Blaze1209 is running for their lives. Him and Sims are the only people left on the team. Blaze might be spotted out here. Uh-oh. Here comes Kurtap over the wall. Oh, no. Twitch goes down, and that's going to be a 4-0. Samch is the only person alive to tell the tale of their team, courageously stealing the Infernal Drake away. Okay, well...
Oh, wow.
All was fun while it lasted. They're going to pop that Zillion ultimate, get away, so still my point stands.
Definitely. The Baron buff, still utilizing all the buffs that it gives you, letting you knock down turrets, letting you win team fights. DM Looters just landing onto bindings. Binding Wings with just more Yamu no Gamus.
Yeah, Yami no Gamu. Gonna pull him into the Shadow Realm. Gonna send him to the Shadow Realm. I mean, it's just really tough right now. I mean, and normally I try to be like, oh, they could probably find a way back into this. We're 25 minutes in, down 12,000 gold. They're pushing onto your Nexus turrets. You're unable to find a good team fight. Right here, it's looking dire, and they're probably going to be able to end the game off of this.
Yep, it's definitely going to be the way to close out the game. It's a very strong showing. They utilize it very well. Early game domination. That's why you like to see a 25-minute with this kind of comp.
Yeah.
But
Indian Frog here trying to hold on for dear life. Are they
Making him
actually
play
going to
full.
defend the Nexus here? Look at that headshot damage. Okay, here comes Hypen here. Pop the
Oh,
ultimate, dodge, gets the insta-give onto Caitlyn here, looking for Harrow now, but not going to be able to find the kill this time. DM Looter and Blaze, 1209 are the only members left. But Madison Esports, excuse me, ERAU Goldwings is taking, or they're taking the long way around, and they're not going to end the game just yet.
we'll see about a 26, 27-minute game here, but to look at what MEC could have done better in this game to potentially win their next game is, the Cole on Twitch was, if you were very committed into like trying to win that laning phase, I don't think that's uh the wisest decision because Kate Morgana, you saw what they could do in lane. They're not something you very much want to you want to get neck closer to your enchanter Zillion. You want your Zillion to be next to you so you can send you all over the map, getting kills all over. Haro too. I think if you wanted to, having early wards for this Rek'Sai or whatever Haro is going to do, because Haro looks like he's playing aggressively into a Rengar. Just try to track Haro a little bit better so he doesn't, ruin Hyphen's day and what they're trying to accomplish. Because Hyphen really wasn't able to get off the ground for so long. They're able to make these some good picks in some of these last fights that we've seen, but it's a little bit too late. So try to track Haro and if Haro is just hiding in a bush like that, then yes, they will just one-shot you.
Yeah.
Team Looter, ward with your jungler, ward with Hyphen whenever you can, and you have a good comp, but it's just like you couldn't meet, couldn't get to the point that you wanted to get to. So the win definitely goes to EGW. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if this Nexus will truly go down in this last fight here. Potentially.
All right, Rengar has popped the ultimate here, but he has been spotted out. Blinding Wings is going to 1v1 him right there. Unstoppable Force diving on a Kurtap here. That's going to be the Morgana coming across. Binding is good, but the Nexus goes down. That's going to be ERAU Goldwings picking up game number 1 of this series against Madison Esports Cottage Cheese. And yeah, it looked like a pretty dominant performance, to say the least.
Definitely. Yeah, I think everybody from the side of EGW played very, very well. So watch out for the bot lane. Try to not draft. Utilize your champions in different ways so you can win. Even if your lane's not gonna win, you could just sometimes you just gotta play for the late game and try not to get so choked out in the early game. But congratulations onto EGW for getting this first one.
Yeah, we're going to take just a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be in picks and bans of ERAU Goldwings up against Madison Esports Cottage Cheese game number 2 in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Style Esports. My name is Shinkari, and I'm joined by Proxio. And if you're joining us for the first time, this is the Season 9 playoffs. We're in the U1600 upper bracket semifinals between ERAU Gold Wings and Madison Esports Cottage Cheese. We're in game number 2. ERAU Gold Wings was able to find a pretty convincing game number 1 win with a combination of very strong jungle control over the Rengar for Madison Esports Cottage Cheese, and a whole lot of lane dominance in the bot lane. A recipe for success indeed. But here we are in game number 2. We got some different bands coming through, and we're ready to see what team compositions these two teams draft. Proxio, are you ready?
I am super duper ready, and we already see the Rek'Sai ban for the side of Madison Esports Cottage Cheese, because they do not want to deal again with Haro's, invading Rek'Sai, coming always in thick and fast. But we have a Nico here for the first pick. An interesting first pick from the side of Blue side. I really did like ERU's Gold Wings last draft. The way they put their champions into, a Kate Morgana first pick is awesome to see. But seeing a Nico as a first pick, not a champion you see very often. Potentially a glacial augment abuser, and we could see her in the mid lane or even the support lane, as I've seen before. Braum, a good counter pick actually to Nico. I believe his Unbreakable stops her Bramble roots or her Grasping roots or something like that. Her her root on her kit. So Braum Lysandra, that is a good initial draft. That is like a lot of like defense, and if like anything that comes close to us, we're going to be able to defeat and deal with. But it kind of leaves you open a little bit to long range champions like Ezreal, Nico, a double long range skill shot kind of projectile firing potential bot lane here. And we do see the Echo coming up again for mid, so this looks like it's going to be Ezreal, Nico in the bot lane, and Ezreal, Nico in the bot lane, and Echo back in mid. And Lysandra should have easier time dealing with Echo than Zillion does. Zillion's a little bit too squishy. He was going full Enchanter that game, going the Shurelya's, but never really able to utilize all the time warps onto the Rengar and the Twitch. But when they could, and here we go. We're seeing a full Freljord comp here. Last game we saw a bit of a little bit of arcane comps, a little bit of Zon Piltover love, but now we're seeing all the Freljord champions come out. It's super exciting to see it. What do you think about it, Shinkari?
I mean, I'm loving Ashe right now for sure. The lethal tempo buffs and approach velocity combined makes Ashe just impossible to get away from. It's so insanely good, and in combination with Braum as well, who can also take approach velocity, it's going to be very hard to actually get away from Ashe and all the damage that she can do, and also very hard to just, really do anything against that bot lane comp. I really like the response, or I really like the Ezreal Nico comp here, but they have to be very, very careful. There's a whole lot of CC that Ashe can very easily follow up on, and once she's auto attacking you, it's very hard to actually get away from her.
Yes, and that's the whole thing with the identity of the Freljord champions, is that they are hard CC monsters, slows, stuns. Slows and stuns, that's mostly what Roots Lysandra, I guess you could say.
Yep.
That's all what Freljord champions are all about. So, if they ever come into them, they're gonna get locked down. If they ever, and Freljord champions, they can even push forward when they want to. They have the Enchanted Crystal Arrow from the Ashe to go forward, and we see a Master Yi hover. Whoa, yeah, Master Yi is one of a very broken champ, and oh no, that's Master Yi is going to. They have all the setup for Master Yi to thrive in this game. Not a champion you see often, but when you do, Master Yi is a terrifying champion, and he's very difficult to deal with. The Jax counter pick is one option, one way of potentially dealing with a Master Yi. In one way, he is all other attacks. Alpha Strike is there, but the majority of Master Yi's kit is auto attack. So Jax being able to dodge Master Yi, potentially one avenue to deal with Master Yi. But he has great setup on the side for red side. Pairing him with Freljord champions like this, any stun slows, like we said earlier, enables Master Yi very, very well. Mumu, another great counter pick into Master Yi does reduce the damage that he takes from auto attacks with his with his tantrum. So
Yep.
one way, but he does have true damage on his kit. Master Yi does. So I'm liking Red Side's comp, but these two counter picks are very good.
I mean, it's not, with Amumu, it's not about just tanking the damage. It's just having a button you just press and now Master Yi is CC'd. Like, that's the best way to counter Master Yi,
Yes.
right? If Master Yi dives you, the best champions to deal with him are champions that just kind of have point and click CC or have some sort of untargeted CC. Alistar is very good against Master Yi. Leona is very good against Master Yi. Split second CC is the way to shut him down. And Amumu is actually significantly better now. Curse of the Sad Mummy having its thing changed to being a stun a long time ago means that Master Yi, after coming out of Alpha Strike, can't do the meditation, which is huge to Master Yi's kind of like rotation of abilities here. Like, he's kind of a champion that's like, okay, Alpha Strike autos, cooldown, Alpha Strike autos, cooldown, Alpha Strike, and maintaining that kind of tempo to stick to targets very well, right? And I think by drafting the Jax, by drafting the Amumu here, they can interrupt that kind of flow that Master Yi is looking for, and then be able to counterattack with the burst damage from Echo and Ezreal as well.
But one thing I have to wonder is, like, Master Yi doesn't have to go towards Amumu, go towards Jax. He could potentially go towards this Ezreal, this Nico, and try to dominate through there, because the bot lane is kind of the setup lane for you. You have those you want to be looking towards your mid and your bot lane, because those are the failure champions. That's why this draft was so interesting, is that all these slows and stuns are really on them. You don't really want to go into the Jax and how about Urgot? Urgot should be fine in the top lane with against Jax. Jax doesn't have many ways to deal with Urgot, I believe. Just the Counter Strike. I guess he does have an escape in his Q, but he has to utilize minions or wards to get away from Urgot if Urgot's going onto him. But yeah, Master Yi's focus is more likely going to be in the bot lane and the mid lane here with the setup that they have. So hopefully we'll have to see a moment when Jax and Amumu can interact with this Master Yi, and that will be the moment that these counters will actually come to be very impactful during those moments. So hopefully, again, this is another game where well actually, this is scaling is on red side, because Master Yi, once he starts to scale up, is like, you don't deal with a Master Yi that's like 3 or 4 items. We'll have to see what he is going to go this game. There's a couple of different Master Yi builds. There's a Hail of Blades kind of style of build with like lethality items where you just spam Alpha Strike over and over again. You get Axiom Mark. You could press your Highlander over and over again. And then there's, of course, the lethal tempo, probably more popular build with your Kraken Slayers, your Blade of the Ruined Kings, etc. But Master Yi is definitely the champion to look at this game, what they can do. Early game, they don't do much. They're going to be farming their camps, not being very impactful. But that's a moment where Amumu can potentially impact a lot more of this game, to not really let Lissandra Ashe are not known for their damage. So if they can get them even further behind, they will do very little damage to the rest of Blue Side comp. And I'm very curious on how to see the Ezreal Nico lane and how that will work out against Ashe Braum. Braum is a good defensive wall, but if they can aim their projectiles a little bit, like, curve the bullet a little bit, try to get to that Ashe, they could potentially win this laning phase. They have a very good poke in the bot side.
Yeah, and that's really what I want to look for. This bot lane is going to be pretty huge to see how Hypen is going to be getting into this late game, because I feel like that might be the easiest lane to gank for him. Echo might be a little dicey, especially post 6. I think, and really this is where I'm going to be looking as well, because Harrow did such a great job before coordinating with the team to counter jungle the Rengar before. And even though that Master Yi is still a comfort pick for Hype in here, it's still just going to be how we have to look to see how the Goldwings are going to be coordinating this early game. Because once again, before they were very good at saying, okay, we see where Hypen is, let's take this camp, let's take that camp. right? And Master Yi is a power farmer. Needs to get that gold, needs to get to those, need to grab those levels in order to make sure that he can get the level 6, which is a very important level for Master Yi. Needs to get those expensive 80 carry items in order to really have some impact in this game. Like, there's a lot of things that Hypen is going to need here. And in the previous game, he was counter jungled a lot in the early game, which was really what let the Gold Wings able to get a victory here, especially in addition to that dominance they had in the bot lane, which honestly, I think
Yeah.
they're looking to continue here.
Definitely, Kiritap and Khmer Farah should have the priority to potentially invade Hyphen. Um, depending on which side Hyphen will start, we'll have to see if Hyphen hopefully starts blue side on this game, because if Kiritap and Khmer Fate get a early push on, which they should be able to with their range advantage, Haro could even look into the blue side early, earlier on in the match. So, and I just for this game, it's good to look at which lanes would more than likely have a priority. I believe Indian Frog should have range against melee. Usually, range champions have a more likelihood of gaining priority over their lane, being able to push the wave in and then back off and look around the map and get wards down. So for top lane, Indian Frog should have prio. Jungle matchup is the jungle matchup. We'll have to see how each jungler is going to path. Now, an interesting thing is to look at Echo versus Lissandra's priority. Which kind of champion do you think has more priority in that lane?
I mean, Lissandra just, I think Lissandra's going to be able to match the wave clear from Echo, and Lissandra is a very anti-melee champion. She's going to be able to kind of stuff whatever engages, not all the time, but pretty consistently be able to stop Echo from really diving and doing a whole bunch of damage. Echo's going to have to rely on his Q, throwing out that little grenade of his in order to come back in order to deal some consistent damage to Lissandra. Right? Lissandra doesn't really have any sort of big sustain or any sort of like really long range poke, right? It's just her Q and that's it, right? And luckily for her, the Echo is going to be in the middle of the minion wave, so Lissandra's going to be able to do the poke damage that way. But if it comes to a matchup between Echo and Lissandra, I think Echo is going to be able to at least pressure the Lissandra, force her to maybe play a little bit farther back and get some priority where he can then roam around the map.
Yeah, and we'll have to, global warmings. They're already kind of like warmed up on their Echo from winning the last game. So this is the only champion I believe we're seeing picked again from the last game. So global warming really feeling this Echo. Got a lot of solo kill, sort of solo kills on the last game against Zillion. Zillion, you have to kill him once and then you got to kill him again. And actually, I think Lissandra is a tougher champion to kill because of all of her different forms of crowd control. She could slow you, then root you, and then ult herself or ult you to potentially get away. And she has a mobility tool in her E, so that could be utilized potentially even when Haru is looking for a potential invade onto this Master E. So Smeech or Smetch could be there first before the Echo. If they could ever be there first to help out that Master
Yeah, but we're going to take just a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be on the rift of game number 2 of ERAU Gold Wings versus Madison Esports Cottage Cheese. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Style Esports Season 9 Playoffs. My name is Shinkari. I'm joined by Proxio, and we're on the rift of ERAU Goldwings versus Madison Esports Cottage Cheese. The Goldwings are on the blue side, the Cottage Cheese is on the red, and we're ready to get this game underway. Proxio, you ready?
Yes, I'm definitely ready. All the predictions that we have in the the lobby, the champ select. We'll have to see if any of it comes to fruition. If any options are really decided, and I'm already glad to see Hyphen more than likely starting in the spot side, doing their best not to get counter jungled. But look at the tracking. Bunch of pings coming out here, letting Hyphen know that yes, your Raptor camp are warded. So we should be able to be ready, prepared for that. So Hyphen, get your scale on and try not to get counter jungled, and you have a good way into winning this game.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the biggest thing that we're watching out for. More so than the ganks, I want to see how Harrow is going to be playing this jungle matchup and coordinating with the team, because they did it before in game number 1. And if they do so again in game number 2, this Master Yi is really going to be shut down. It's going to be really, really tough to actually do anything about this game. But look at the top lane in here. Indian Frog doing a whole bunch of damage to Blinding Wings.
Those legs, man. Echoing Flames doing some damage into the top side. Indian Frog. Don't underestimate the Urgot E start. Getting a little bit of aggression in the mid lane too. Global warming. We're seeing our junglers doing their natural, 6 camp clears, clear the full jungle. There's the Glacial Augment doing some damage, or not some damage, getting some freeze rays out. They get the prior the level 2 early. Let's see some aggression from this bot lane. Kiritap and Khmer Farah having the level advantage, but playing respectfully is Blaze and DM Looter. Ooh.
Yeah, right off the bat here, already getting a good protect onto the Ashe here. That's definitely what you want to be doing as the Braum. I'm definitely loving this lane from DM Looter and Blaze 1209 here. Definitely a little bit more than a lot more than the Twitch and Zyra for sure. I thought Ashe was coming out game number 1 with that Zyra, gonna give us the Cloud9 special, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. This is still good too. I'm a huge fan of approach velocity. I'm a huge fan of Ashe right now. I'm loving the lethal tempo changes as well. Whole lot of love to a whole lot to love about this red team bot lane.
Yeah, and we have the Santa Braum skin coming out. Being ready for the Christmas season, and Hyphen having a great time in the jungle. Got to full clear. Master, you love to do it. We'll see if they're gonna go for the crab here, or if they're just gonna recoil and then go for the bot crab, and then starts to look for these bottom ganks, because the setup is there. So Hyphen, you definitely want to get into this bot lane, but
Ooh, yeah,
if they're already
is in some trouble. First blood goes over to Ezreal, and he's gonna pick up a double kill too. Holy moly, that's a great way to start off the game, if you ask me.
Definitely, and yeah, that's Khmer Farah for you. Just non-stop roots after roots after roots. Bramble Tangle Barbs is coming through just non-stop for Khmer Farah, and they're landing all of them onto Blaze, and Blaze being very late again with the cleanse in these games. Both AD carries taking cleanse in this game, and Hyphen, did go ahead, and he didn't go for the reset, just walked down to the bottom crab, made sure it was secured. Now he's gonna go for the reset, get the next tier of Gromp, and Hyphen's still looking good in this game to scale up and get very powerful in this game, but looking to pass a little bit topside here, not going for the Gromp, the highest tier camp available to them to get to the level 6 power spike faster, but looking instead a bit for a gank on Indian Frog, which they do. Indian Frog does have the setup with the slow and the despair for him, but Blinding Wings kind of sussing it out, getting some vision, pushing the wave in, and then going ahead and just getting into the river, and going ahead and taking the Scuttle Crab as well. So not much for Hyphen in the top lane, really.
Yeah, Chimera Farah, look at the damage they can do with this Nico in the bot lane as well. And I'm loving so much this new Glacial Augment, because this just means that, like, you can just keep this slow field, make sure that your AD carry can have that little just bit more stickiness. Very, very good. Loving this so far.
Definitely. We saw Khmer Farah actually opt for the comment on the Zyra last game, but knows how to utilize the Glacial Augment just as well. Bindings are always going to land. the CC is definitely impactful, and we see Harrow going for the early dragon here. The bot lane is getting pushed in, but it's a bit sneakier. You know, they were on top of the pink ward before they went. They just took a Q into the dragon, but Hyphen is in the area. Could potentially suss this out, but they already do have the pink ward to, you know, see Hyphen, and Hyphen didn't go and spot that pink ward in his blue.
Yeah, for sure. And I think this is a very good time to look for that sort of damage here. Kurtap and Chimera Farah definitely looking for a little bit more prio in the spot lane, but definitely a great time to pick up this Infernal Drake. Ocean Drake is going to be the next dragon, which means it's either Cloud, Mountain, Chemtech, or Hextech Drake Soul for this map.
Wonderful. Love to see it. We do see a Mumu with the tier here. Gonna potentially see a Thimble Winter and engage in the bot lane.
Ooh, yeah, DM Looter is in some trouble here. Luckily has the shield for that damage reduction, but Hypen is here. Kurtap might have gone a little bit too far forward, able to pick up the kill this time. Hypen's going to land that stun and be able to pick up that last bit of damage that they're looking for. And they're going to make that a 1-for-1, make that a teleport from Indian Frog as well. But this is a very good answer from Blinding Wings. Look at that top lane. Jax is just pushing like crazy.
Yeah, DM Looter, before they go down, making sure they get off at least one auto for concussive blows to finish its full proc. You know, you have everybody coming down to the bot lane, and you know, it's an alright trade, getting the Ezreal down. But they do lose a plate in the top lane, and Smetch goes ahead and rotates back into top lane, holds the lane, so too many plates don't go down to the top side. Doesn't let Jax get to his you know, start to get to scaling on Jax. Jax is a very powerful scaling champion, so if Jax could get ahead too, that's another option to deal with Hyphen later in this game. And Hyphen, you know, having a getting counter jungled actually by Harrow into the top side. Harrow being a little bit very aggressive. There's a pink ward behind him, so Harrow potentially could be caught out here. If they recognize that he's in this area.
I mean, this is the sneakiest Amumu I've ever seen. Still has yet to be caught by the Krugs just yet here. And yeah, I mean, that's about as pretty good as you can get. Those Krugs are going to despawn, but I think, let's see if Hypen wants to go. Okay, Hypen doesn't want to capitalize on the Amumu just yet, but he's going to back away. But yeah, this is just a real awkward time. I want to see Harrow just do a little bit more to find this jungle pressure, but it's been really tough. There hasn't been like a lane that's been like super dominant and having priority just yet.
Well, Harrow has done just what they've had to do. They've gotten ahead and gotten an early Infernal Drake, taken away a Krug or two, and on this can't clear into bot lane as they're pathing, they should be able to hit level 6, and it looks like they would potentially set up a dive bot lane with this big wave that's coming in, but Harrow might be a little bit too late. The tempo might be a little bit too far off that, but we see a gank in their top lane.
Yeah, Blinding Wings is in some trouble. Doesn't have that counter strike either. Has to use the jump to get away, but they're going to be underneath. Turned into a meat pie. Indian Frog is going to be the one picking up the kill in the top lane.
And yes, this sets up a Hyphen to, you know, having the pressure and priority in the top lane to get the Rift Herald. And, you know, bot lane is looking like they're suffering big time. Kuratap and Khmer Fade are just... Oh, and they're setting up for the play on mid.
Oh, yeah. Hypen's in some trouble here. Global Warming XD diving forward here. Going to be snared up inside that Glacial Tomb there, but they're going to get away 1-for-0. Going to get a revenge kill for Blinding Wings up to the top lane.
Oh, and Harrow just
Mummy killed across, but didn't land onto anything just yet, so they're going to have to back away there. So no gank just yet. Yeah, it's a bit of a wash in the mid lane there.
And my eyes just went wide. Hyphen got bursted by global warming times 10. Global warming coming through with some immaculate damage on this Echo. That was a lot of damage onto Hyphen. Hyphen was not ready for that. Put Meditate on a little bit too late, and Smash was not able to rotate. They were looking for global warming to rotate into them, and you know, global warming just goes ahead and takes out Hyphen and just walks away. No flash even necessary, so Hyphen not getting off the ground on the Smash for you just yet.
Yeah, I would really quickly like to make a flavor call as the self-appointed unofficial flavor judge of Style Esports. I would like it to be known that Madison Esports Cottage Cheese here loses style points for picking a bunch of Freljordian champs into someone named Global Warming. You're gonna lose some points here, folks. So Sorry, minus points, minus across the board here. So sorry to see it. And also, you have Ash and Lissandra on the same team, so double minus points.
Oh
So
no.
yeah, I'm sorry. It's just how it works out. I'm real bad, real sorry.
And like the synergy of you know, EGW, they definitely have some synergy of their champions. You know, Jax is supposedly from Akathia. You know, he's like traveled the globe, so you know he's Shuriman. You got Amumu, which is he's a mummy, dude. He's Shuriman.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I refuse that Jax lore. As he's going to be refused the ability to live as he's pulled into the meat grinder one more time. Indian Frog in the top lane, picking up a kill.
Oh no, no, and Kiritap just pushing forward their lead even further. Kiritap looking pretty much unstoppable in this bot lane, able to do whatever they want. No real pressure from Blaze or DM Looter onto Kiritap. You know, is out of mana right now, but they're looking to set up this dragon. This could be a potential angle as you know, Kiritap is low on mana, but the priority is like hugely in favor of EGW right now. So not looking like they really want to contest, but global warming.
Yeah, they are able to grab the dragon here. Echo is looking for a little bit more. He's almost just as fast as Master Yi. I think they were just running parallel to each other there for a second. But there's not going to be able to find another kill here. But the Hex gates are open. We got the Hex. Oh man, this is gonna be incredible. This is actually the first time I have seen the Hex gates. So I'm actually really excited to see how this plays out for sure.
The dream is to see a team fight happening and then a Mumu take a Hex gate right behind the blue buff, and he gets a flank Curse of the Sad Mummy. That's the dream.
Yeah.
If we're able to see it, that would make me very happy. But you know, we're still seeing, you know, just seeing this early game, you know, 1K gold lead for EGW is great. So you know, they're in a good position to win this game with Kiritap. You know, gotta shout him out. Already getting the mythic early on, first mythic in the game. Triforce completed. You know, usually we see the Divine Thunder, but Triforce is also, you know, a very strong item onto the Ezreal. So
yeah,
you know, we're looking forward to that.
And I like it a whole lot more here, especially just because there's not a whole lot of folks who are going to be stacking HP on the enemy team, right? The most we're going to see is probably Urgot and then maybe Braum, right? And maybe Lissandra incidentally, right? Like, it's not really a game where you want the Divine Sunderer, so the next best thing is that Trinity Force for sure. I mean, you could go full troll and go the Duskblade of Drekthar build, where people have been doing like Twitter clips and stuff with that item on Ezreal, but you know, it's fine at the end of the day. We got Shelly, we got a teleport. We're looking for a team fight happening just yet. We're looking for Urgot coming in here. Harrow's just a little too far forward, gonna get flipped over. Curse of the Sad Mummy comes across, but does not interrupt any of these ultimates. They're looking for one. The Plum Blossom comes across as well. Blaze is taken incredibly low, gonna be taken down. Indian Frog is now looking for Kurtap. Flashes away. Does he have the ultimate? Nope, he does not. And it's a clean set of kills in the bot lane. 3 for nothing. And now Blinding Wings is in some trouble in the top. Pops that ultimate, but has to walk away. They get a charge onto the second turret. This is actually huge. They're gonna pick up the second turret of the game in the bot side, 2 in a row. Plates haven't even fallen yet.
And now they just go
just
down.
As I say it.
Yeah, and they're looking for even more here.
Oh yeah, Kurtap gonna get a decent damage. Blinding Wings is all gonna kill Hypen in the top lane as well. This is holy moly! I feel like this game was close for like 14 minutes, and then suddenly EGW ERAU Goldwings just blows the door wide open.
Yes, they take that little bit of early advantage that they had in the early game. How, you know, the little move, there's like it's the tiny things that are just adding up to more and more. And you know, they're not doing anything to stop it is on the side of MEC. So you know, they're not utilizing the Master Yi power, the domination, you know, he fought like an entire army on his own. He's an unstoppable force, but they're not utilizing him to his strength. We've rarely seen Blaze or DM Looter help out, or Hyphen be in the area to help out with the this Freljord combo. Only ganking the top side, and just a bit of a chunk out here in the top lane. But we have not yet seen any of the Freljordian assistance to the Master Yi, the 1v9 champion. But
Yeah,
Indian
Harrow is
Frog,
going to be diving on an Indian Frog here. Going to try to use that Dismised in order to get away here. They still can't quite find it. Hypen is coming into the top lane here. Alpha Strike is going to be able to pick up the kill on the Blinding Wings here. Healing off of the Conqueror right now. Alpha Strike double kill for Harrow. Holy moly, Bandage toss into Tantrum. Finds a huge double kill. Love to see it.
love to see it. Harrow coming out with a little bit of an outplay, landing that bandage toss just at the last moment to clip Indian Frog and then take them all down. And now we're seeing a little bit of a push in the mid lane and a potential dive here. DM Looter and Blaze don't know what's about to hit him.
Yeah, Global Warming's going to dive in here. Doesn't land the stun, but Blaze is taking incredibly low. Curse of the Sad Mummy is going to be able to lock them up for just a little bit longer. Chimera, Farah, Kurtap, they're coming in. Huge double kill for the Ezreal and an amazing turret dive in the mid lane.
Yeah, and we see the Nico with the Evan Shroud. Seeing if they get a little bit of damage off of, but, 009, almost 007 kind of coming through here. A little bit better than 007, and Dragon spawning soon, and the control is so much in EGW's favor. MEC doesn't know what's going to hit them in any size of these fights. They can't defend their turrets. They can't keep these dragons. MEC is just falling further and further behind. And with this dragon, we'll be at Soul Point here, and Hextech Soul, especially for this team, for EGW's team, is going to be very impactful on Ezreal. I believe proc it on his Q. Echo could proc it off his phase dive. Moon's going to be bandage tossing in, trying to get procs on that. Of course, Jax is, going to be loving the Hextech Drake as well. So, and Nico, she even gets a little bit of benefit off the ability case as well. So, and she does have the third hit auto attack passive. So, Hextech Soul is going to look great. It's only 17 minutes. So, 25 minute is going to look really scary for the side of MEC. So, they're trying to get some gold back in here. They can potentially get an objective bounty with this Rift Herald, and I really am hoping that they utilize this Master Yi plus Freljordian combo. We've yet to see it. We've yet to see an Ash Arrow, it's a Master Yi follow-up, and, etc. So hopefully we can see some of that right now, but it's good to see them grouping like this.
Yeah, and now they're looking for Indian Frog in this top lane here. They were able to pick up two objective bounties here. Indian Frog taking is so low. They're going to be able to pick up the kill in the mid top lane now. Looking in the mid lane, Shelly has spawned here. They're looking, this might be the go button here. They're backing off from what they thought was Kurtap, but actually it was the wrong Nico. That was wrong Nico. Nico trick you.
She's a very strong tomato, and they were like, Tomato's too strong, we gotta get out. We gotta run away. It's too tricky. It's too many colorful mages. Too many colorful things are happening right now.
Yeah, DM Looter actually take it really low here. Might actually go down. Global Warming comes over the wall. Look at this CC. Oh, no. Okay. Gonna use that to get out of there. The Chrono Break is gonna save their life. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Jax is gonna be able to pick up that turret. All right, they're backing away here, but they might be in some trouble if they stay too long. Master Yi waiting in the wings. They got the dome coming down, but they're still looking to aggress onto this turret here.
Yes, and Amumu does have the winner's approach, so the Freljord does not scare him at all. Haro in the lead.
Frog's in some trouble. Blinding Wings, though, is going to go down in the top lane. Meanwhile, they're going to continue to push onto these turrets one after another. They're going down, but look at where Master... Oh, never mind.
he just gets MIA-ing just in that moment too. They know where Hyphen is at all stages of this game. Harold or whoever's doing the tracking for the side of EGW should be well congratulated and well rewarded. Harold going for the aggressive plays. Everybody's flashing away.
Yeah, Global Warming here is stuck between a rock and a hard place here. Not going to be able to get away from this. Semch goes golden now, trying to get away with the claw, but is snared up. Here comes Hyphen in from the side, might be able to do something, but there's that Curse of the Sad Mummy to immediately take him down. Pump Blossom comes across. Blaze is going to be snared up on the side there. Indian Frog is looking at 1v3. Blaze is doing some good damage here, but Quadra kill for Kurtap. Can they get the pentakill? They're looking for it. Blaze is taking incredibly low. They're so close. Oh, the lifeline shield. Can they find the last bit of damage? He's so incredible! Pentakill! Ezreal! Woo!
Nice. Congratulations to Kiritap. Really showing their dominance on this Ezreal. Going all the way forward. Team setting him up very well. Kiritap, congratulations on getting a pentakill for your efforts. Definitely well deserved. Definitely an awesome showing from your Ezreal. So Kiratab's Ezreal, watch out for this AD carry.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they've been playing very, very well. I mean, even in the previous game on the Caitlyn, they were playing very well as well. I mean, this is such a very good showing. They're 11-2-3 right now. That's an insanely good score line.
Yeah, and they're gonna soon enough have this Hexa Drake spawning for them. I believe it's in, let's see, 1 minute from now. So 1 minute, and they're gonna even have Hextech Dragon, and Ezreal just got a pentakill. Let's see once he gets the Hextech Dragon too. Maybe he's gonna start killing his own teammates. Well, I don't know. We'll see what's gonna. We'll see what Kiratab will do with this Hextech Dragon. I mean, he is the Hextech champion, and we have an engage from Global, but he doesn't
global
care.
warming. So much damage. Actually, the Chrono Break is actually going to be the one picking up the kill. Holy moly. And the Arcane Barrage as well from Kurtap was also really big. I mean, this is just dominance at this point. Stun over the wall. DM Looter's in some trouble here, taken to about half HP. Looking for a little bit more. Stun is going to be able to grind. That's going to be the Glacial Fissure coming across, but it's not going to land. Claw comes across, not going to follow it now. They're diving underneath the turret looking for Blaze. Semcha's going to be able to pick up the kill onto Jax, though. And now they're insanely low. Kurtap looking for another one of those juicy multi-kills right there. Almost finds the Q onto Blaze here, but has to dodge around Iron Frog here. Semch goes forward. Gonna put him in the prison. Kurtap is going to be able to pick up the kill on the Blaze on the immediate cleanse. They're now looking for a little bit more. Finds one, finds two kills for the blue team. Semch was so close, but had to retreat as watching their team fall one by one. Now the blue team gets to push onto these inhibitors.
Now, for a minute there, it's not about winning for the side of EGW. They're about, you know what, let's show a little bit more style. Let's see if we can dive these turrets and, just style points, Kiratab letting the fade away. Even though I'm stunned, I'm still gonna land this Mystic Shot onto you guys, but now we're gonna get this Hectic Drake. But they're gonna try to contest, but they're contesting into a very powerful Echo. A Mumu is incredibly powerful.
This is the time to do it. It's a 3v5 if they get down here fast enough. Arcane Barrage True Shot Barrage is coming across as well. They're in the pit. They can't quite find the steal, so now they've got the Hex Tech Soul. They're looking for a little bit more here. They're trying to go on the chase, but the slow is too good. Two teleports coming into the mid lane here, looking to cut off Blaze and Hype in here. They're over the other side of the wall. They got to jump to something. They're looking to get the stun. That's good. Blinding Wings picks up one. That's going to be a Mumu picking up the second. Indian Frog is in the next line here. There's going to be the ace being picked up by Echo. That's a huge W, and now they're looking for the W of the game.
Yeah, EGW knows how to get the W. All the wins, all the accolades. A very, very impressive performance in this game. Watch out for this bot lane. Kiratab and Kamira Farah have the excellent setup to just, push forward their leads even more and more. And they're just gonna keep knocking them down. The Hextech Dragon is putting on the slows, putting on the damage. Game should be ending over here soon. We see global warming with the cheeky Echo Chrono Break back into the recalling, and then Chrono Breaking back into the base. It's just style here is all we're seeing.
Yeah, it's a little styling, maybe a little too much. I think they're dying. They think they're dying all around the summoner platform here. Arrow's going to be in some trouble. They're taking out the turrets on the backside here, but they've already lost two. It's a 2v2 right now. They might be able to turn it around if they're not careful, but Nico immediately taking those Hex Gates to get out of there. I think Jax is finally going to rejoin the party in the base as well. Okay, looks like they're finally out of there. And yeah, blue team can't quite end the game just yet, but they are going to take a decent chunk of the red team's base.
Yeah, and MVC, tough loss to have. You got to play for your late game and coordinated. How do I say it? Coordinated team fights and utilize the strengths of your champions. Your champions are strong and good, but getting these, letting them get ahead early game is like really what's hurting MEC in these last two games. Not, respecting Kiratab and Kamira Farah's like ability to, they're just really strong bot lane. It's very difficult to try to play against it. Drafting the Ashe and the Braum, but not really utilizing that Master Yi strength. We saw a lot of Master Yi ganks into the top side, which surprised me so much so because I was so excited to see all the the initial triple draft of slows and stuns, and Master Yi didn't gank any of the slows and stun lanes. So hopefully they'll identify their win conditions better in these next hopefully in their next tiers that they have. Um, but EGW, no, recognizing the win conditions very well, and just such a strong showing. So looks like we're getting ready to close the game out here. Last team fight gonna come up, but Hextech Drake's already online, and Harrow's in the mix.
Ooh, yeah, that's a really great Curse of the Sad moment to start things off here. DM Looter already taken incredibly low here. They're looking for the last bit of damage they need. Echo picks up one. Nico picks up the second. Double kill for Echo now. That's 3 members down, 4 members down. Triple kill for Echo. And that is a huge way to end the game. Easy peasy, clean up a clean ace for the blue team. And they're going to pick up the most important 50 gold of the game and of the series. ERAU Gold Wings wins 2-0.
A 26-minute win banger. Proud of ERG or EGW to get that win. Well deserved. Kiratap getting a pentakill. How exciting. Very stylish. Very stylish. Perfect for Style Esports. Love to see stylish players like that.
Yeah, it was definitely a really, really good game all the way through. I mean, I think Harrow was, I think was on, I don't want to say an unfortunate champion to do so, but was still doing a pretty decent job of tracking where Hypen was and making sure to shut them down. I would go so far as to say, like, Master Yi is a champion that absolutely needs to be babysat almost in the jungle. Like they need like their own, they need a lot of defensive wards to make sure that they're not being their things being taken away from them. They need to be farming as efficiently as possible, because that's an 80 carry. That's like what do you expect I'm trying to think of a real bad like level 1, it's like an Aphelios almost. Like an Aphelios level 1, level 2, like, okay, like what are we expecting out of this guy, level 1, level 2, right? Like, that's what Master Yi is, like, level 1, level 2, like, he becomes a champion at level 6, and even then, like, you still need more gold on top of that. He's a hyper carry. Once he gets ahead, once he gets, like, a really solid lead, like you said, really tough to stop, but in these early levels, kind of needs to be babysat in the jungle a bit. So, Hypen not really able to get that in the jungle, and I agree with you, not going into that bot lane either, where there's a whole lot of real good setup for ganks as well. That was kind of a blunder as well. They were really successful in the top lane. Blinding Wings was shut down for a decent chunk of that game, but like, Kurtap and Chimera Farah were the reasons that they won game number 1.
Definitely, and even if potentially Hyphen was going into the bot lane, bot lane was already getting very chunked out. Very, they couldn't really contest all that pressure that Chimera Farah and Kiratap were just putting onto Blaze and DM Looter. They didn't really have the health bars were already low. So if Hyphen even went down there, it felt like, man, how are we gonna catch this Ezreal or this Nico? You do have the CC to set it up, but Ezreal's slippery. Nico can trick you if you're too worried about that. But unfortunately for Hyphen, didn't get to utilize Master Yi's strengths, but a dominant, commanding win from the side of EGW. So once again, proud of Kiratap for getting the Pentagon.
Yeah, for sure. And that does it for us here tonight. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Style Esports Season 9 playoffs. For us tonight, myself, the entire live broadcast crew, Proxio, K9, Proxio, my co-caster, K9, our producer for this evening. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, press that follow button. We have League of Legends action for you to watch nearly every single day for y'all to watch. If you're feeling generous, press the subscribe button as well. And if you are in the Discord, mosey on over to those style links to find our Patreon account. And make sure you become a patron of Style Esports. If you love the plunge, if you love our production quality, if you love us casting nearly every single day for y'all to watch some great League of Legends, make sure we want to keep the lights on just as much as you do. So make sure that you go to that Patreon and you become a patron so we can continue bringing everyone great League of Legends content for y'all to watch. But that does it for us here. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next match. Bye-bye.